thinking he is a real superhero, jumps off the balcony. An old janitor standing below notices him and suddenly stretches his arm to save the child just before he hits the ground. Then he gently explains to the boy that there are no real superheroes in real life. Meanwhile, people around start gathering after witnessing this miracle, but the old man uses a special device to erase everyone's memory. At that moment, the boy's mother arrives there and, feeling ashamed of her mistake, promises that she will never gamble again. On the other side, a sidewalk cafe is crowded and people are getting angry over their food. Under pressure, the cook secretly turns his hand into fire and starts quickly grilling kebabs with it. This is Fireman, who is a superhero. After that, a wild party is going on inside a nightclub. A girl is performing a pole dance when a man starts harassing her. The girl quietly touches the pole and sends electricity through it, giving the man a powerful shock. This is Electric Girl, whose power is electricity. On the other side, another superhero, Iron Arm, is disguised as a security guard. When a girl's car gets stuck in a pit, he secretly turns his arm into iron and easily pulls the car out. Meanwhile, all three superheroes receive a call from their leader, Pharaoh. He informs them that a robbery is about to happen near the museum. Hearing this, the entire team immediately gets ready to reach there. Sticky accidentally drank Fevicol, which caused strange changes in his body. Now his sweat, saliva, and even his urine have become extremely sticky. After this, Sticky excitedly starts showing off his powers. He believes that he is the strongest member of the team, but as soon as he comes face to face with Iron Arm shows him his real place. He grabs Sticky and throws him away in a single move, making Sticky realize that he is not that strong yet. Pharaoh explains to him that if he wants to become a superhero, he must live like a normal person so that no one suspects him. This is the most important rule of their team. That's why Pharaoh gets him a job as a delivery boy. Sticky is not happy with this job. He wants something better, but Pharaoh does not listen to him at all. Helpless, Sticky spends his whole day delivering parcels. But whenever trouble appears on the way, Sticky ends up breaking the biggest rule of the team. He is not supposed to use his powers in front of people, yet he uses his sticky sweat to climb from one building to another like Spider-Man while delivering parcels. During this, a woman sees him entering through a window and faints out of fear. She is taken to the hospital, where she keeps talking about a ghost that walks on walls. Luckily, Pharaoh arrives just in time and erases her memory with his special device. After that, the woman calms down, and once again, the truth of the superheroes remains hidden from the world. Sticky goes into the bathroom, where he gets scared after seeing a cockroach. In panic, his sticky power goes out of control, and he ends up getting stuck himself. The situation becomes so messy that he loses balance, and things get even more complicated. Meanwhile, Sao hears noises from the bathroom, so she comes to check and misunderstands the situation after seeing Sticky in such a strange state. Sticky tries to explain, but just then, Sao starts slipping. Sticky manages to catch her, but in the process, the situation becomes even more awkward, and all of it gets captured in her live stream. Because of this, Sao feels extremely embarrassed, and Sticky panics and runs away from there. After going outside, he somehow manages to fix himself, but now the day has become even more difficult for him. Sticky comes to Pharaoh and tells him that strange changes are happening in his body. It had never happened before that his powers went out of his control. Pharaoh then explains that this is happening because of stress. When his adrenaline rises, he cannot control his strength. Pharaoh makes him lie down on a bed and ties him up, saying that a small treatment is needed. At first, Sticky gets scared and thinks something bad is going to happen, but Pharaoh calms him and says he will just make a small cut on his hand to fix everything. After the treatment, Sticky returns to his normal condition. He easily stops the goon using his sticky liquid, but then the goon pushes Zhao off the building. Seeing this, Sticky immediately jumps after her and catches her mid-air, saving her life. Watching all this, Zhao becomes very impressed and asks for the superhero's name, but just then, Pharaoh arrives and erases her memory so that no one learns the truth. Now Zhao believes that all of this was part of a movie shoot, but when she reaches home, her friend calls and tells her that everything was recorded in her live stream. When Zhao watches that footage on TV, she remembers everything. Now the news of this new superhero spreads across the city like wildfire. Sticky becomes famous overnight. Everywhere people talk about him, praise him, and even songs start being made about him. Seeing all this, Pharaoh becomes angry, but then the commissioner calls and says that the situation has changed. Now it would be better to present Sticky as a celebrity superhero so that the world's attention stays on him, and the other superheroes can continue their work quietly. Pharaoh takes Sticky to meet the producer of Central Television. There, Sticky gives an impressive display of his powers and proves that he is the real superhero. Within no time, he becomes a huge celebrity. Now every news channel rushes towards him, interviews, questions, everywhere Everywhere people only talk about him. Sticky does many big advertisements, and he is even made a judge on a singing show. He also attends press conferences and presents himself as the hero, so that the secret of the other superheroes remains hidden. Sticky uses his sticky liquid to seal his lips. Just then, Zhao suddenly opens the door and enters, and due to the impact of the door, their lips get stuck together. Seeing this strange scene, Zhao thinks that Sticky is gay, and she runs away from there in tears. Now, Sticky somehow manages to free himself and immediately goes to Zhao disguised as a courier boy. He tries to explain things to her and makes up a story that he knows Sticky very well and can even arrange a meeting with him. He also says that Sticky is not gay, it was just a misunderstanding. Hearing this, Zhao becomes happy and, in excitement, hugs him. On the other side, in the office of Seven Company, the director's assistant finds a test tube in a pile of trash. He gets suspicious, so he immediately informs Chang about it. Hearing this, Chang angrily rushes straight to Dr. Bill and yells at him, even threatening to fire him. But this time, Bill was already prepared. He had brought the entire lab staff to his side. As soon as Chang tries to stop him, Bill gives an order to his men, and they capture Chang and his assistant. Now Bill reveals his real plan. He says that the time has come to experiment cloning on humans. First, he injects the assistant, but within seconds, his body bursts. Seeing this, it becomes clear that the experiment is still dangerous. Bill wants to analyze the data of this test, but just then, Chang locks the entire database using his phone. Seeing this, Bill gets even more furious and orders his goons to capture Chang's daughter, Zhao.